So I tried drop servicing for about a week or two and I gave up on it. That's right guys, the $0 to $1,000 drop servicing challenge has been yet another failure. Actually, this is a bit worse than a failure because I did just sort of quit on it. So I'm sorry that this challenge has turned out to be such a letdown. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, a few weeks ago I started a new series on my channel called the $0 to $1,000 drop servicing challenge. I posted 3 episodes before this one, so this is the finale. So if this is your first time tuning in, here's a quick recap. In episode 1, we chose a service to resell by going on Fiverr and researching which Fiverr gigs would be profitable to resell. We eventually chose infographic design as our service. In episode 2, we built our sales funnel using Kartra, and in episode 3, we set up our Google ads and started our marketing. After a few days of running Google ads, I stopped them and I gave up on this challenge. So in this video, I'm going to explain why I gave up, what was going wrong, and the issues that I was having that eventually just led me to throw in the towel on this one. Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. For those of you that don't know me already, hello, my name is Meg, and on my channel I make videos testing out different online business ideas as well as different side hustle ideas, basically just non-traditional ways of making money. So if that's something that you're interested in, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below, turn on the bell so that you're notified when the next video drops. And I mean, while you're at it, you might as well give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm because that helps out a lot more than you know. So if you're watching this video, then you probably already know what drop servicing is, but for those of you that don't know what it is, drop servicing is an online business model very similar to drop shipping, but instead of selling physical products that you yourself don't have an inventory of, like with drop shipping, with drop servicing, you are selling services that you yourself will not be performing. So you find these undervalued services from freelancers on Fiverr, list them on your own website or sales funnel for a much higher price, market it using paid advertising like Google ads or Facebook ads, and then when you get a sale, you go back to Fiverr and hire the freelancer to do it, and you get to keep the difference in profits. If you want a more in-depth explanation on how this business works, I do have a tutorial on it. Before I get into the reasons of why I gave up on this challenge, I just want to say that I'm extremely sorry for hyping up this challenge so much, dragging it out into another video series just to give up on it. I really didn't want it to end like this, but after trying to restart the challenge to try and save it and failing to resolve some technical difficulties that I was having, I decided that I didn't want to drag it on any longer than I already have, and I don't want to make excuses, but I owe you guys an explanation. The main reason that I failed at this challenge is because I didn't have my head in the game. I was more focused on creating these videos for the series than I was on creating the actual drop servicing business, and because I started this project right before I went to the beach with my family, I wanted to get everything done before I went to the beach, so I ended up rushing the process of creating my sales funnel with Kartra and setting up the Google ads. And then the week that I was at the beach, I ended up getting distracted and lazy and just didn't take this project as seriously as I should have. So let me take you guys back a few weeks ago when I was at the beach. The first technical difficulty that I had was I couldn't figure out how to link the custom domain that I bought from Google Domains, infoshopcollective.com. I couldn't figure out how to link that domain to my Kartra website. I had followed the instructions on Kartra, watched YouTube tutorials on how to do this, but I still couldn't get the domain to change from themegrai.kartra.com to infoshopcollective.com. So in the last episode of this series, episode 3, where I was setting up my Google ads, I was actually just setting them up in that video, and I didn't start writing them then because I didn't want the URL to show up as themegrai.kartra.com when someone clicked on the ad. After the first time I tried to connect the domain, Kartra said that it could take up to 48 hours for it to show up as the new custom domain, but every time I checked back day after day, it was still themegrai.kartra.com, and eventually I just decided to run the ads with it like that because I was wasting time and I was losing days in my 14-day trial with Kartra. My Google ads ran for about like 2 days, I think. I spent $41.56, got some impressions and clicks, but no sales. Then I stopped them because I realized that my 14-day trial of Kartra was about to end and I didn't want to get charged $99 for the subscription, so I canceled it. At this point, my plan was to recreate the sales funnel and start running ads all over again, so I signed up for Kartra with a different email, started another $1 14-day trial, and rebuilt the sales funnel from scratch. And this is why if you commented on my last couple of videos asking me where the drop servicing finale was, I said that it was coming soon, and at that point I was still intending to go through with the series and with the challenge. I was optimistic that I would just have to start the entire process over again up until about 2 days ago when I just decided to call it quits and now I'm here making this video instead. Anyways, this time I accepted the fact that I couldn't figure out how to connect a custom domain, so I just created my account as InfoShopCo so that instead of the megrai.kartra.com, the domain would be infoshopco.kartra.com, and that would at least look a little bit more professional than the megrai.kartra.com. However, when I started to rebuild the sales funnel, I realized that I had forgot something very important the first time that I did this. I had forgot to connect the product to the main sales page of my Kartra website. So like I said, I had ads running for 2 days that ended up not making any sales. One reason could be that if a customer tried to purchase the service by clicking on the order now button, nothing happened because there was no checkout process set up, because I completely just forgot to do that. If they would have clicked on the button, nothing would have happened. So when I was done rebuilding the sales page, I remembered to connect the product this time. However, when I tried to set up a checkout, it wouldn't work, and I couldn't figure out why. I googled it, I watched some YouTube tutorials on this, and I couldn't figure out why my pop-up checkout, I think it was not like saving to my website. And this was the last issue for me that I could deal with. I don't want to sound like I'm just making excuses out here, and maybe I'm just not good at figuring out how to use different website building or sales funnel building softwares. When it comes to Kartra, I just couldn't figure it out. It's way more difficult than I was expecting it to be. I've seen all these dropshippers on YouTube make these drop servicing challenges, and they make it look so easy. And in my opinion, Shopify is an extremely easy platform to use. It's very beginner friendly. I never had like any issues on Shopify that I couldn't figure out by watching a short tutorial video on it. But when I was trying to build the sales funnel on Kartra, I would be watching all of these different tutorials, trying to follow them step by step, and still not be able to figure it out. So because I couldn't get the checkout on Kartra to work so that the potential customers could go and actually purchase the service, I couldn't restart the Google ads. So to wrap up this challenge, I, as a beginner, did not end up turning $0 into $1,000 with the drop servicing business model. From the $41.56 that I spent on Google ads, the first $1 Kartra trial, the second $1 Kartra trial, the $12 Google domain that I bought, infoshopcollective.com, and the $11 that I spent on the Fiverr gig to know what information the customer had to give me about the infographic that they wanted so that I could give that information to the original Fiverr seller. I ended up going from $0 to negative $66.56. And once again, I'm sorry that this challenge turned out to be such a letdown. I'm sorry it turned out to be another failure. I didn't give it my all, and I'm sorry for dragging it out into another video series. With all that being said, I would like to retry this drop servicing challenge again, but next time all in the same video. And instead of infographic design, I think I would rather offer something that I have more knowledge about, maybe something with Shopify dropshipping, like a store design service or a video ad service like I was originally thinking about in the first episode of this series. And I do have a lot more fun challenge ideas, but like I said earlier, it's all going to be in one video next time and not dragged out into another series. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm sorry that it turned out to be anticlimactic and sort of a letdown. Quality over quantity next time, and it will all be in the same video. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not already, and hit the bell so that you're notified when the next video drops. Don't forget to let me know in the comments what you guys would like to see next, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.